Hello and welcome. We're going to be working on creating this tablet holder right here. So to get started, go to the top left corner up here and click on the file icon. Click on New Design and it'll give you kind of a blank slate right here. What we want to do is see this little icon that says Document Settings. So click on that once and that should drop down the units that you are using. Now make sure you're in millimeters. If you need to change that, just click on this little tag right here. Okay, once that's all done and ready to go, we are just going to click on this icon called the line right here. And we are going to be using the XZ plane. It's where the blue and the red lines intersect, where it's hovering over this gray box plane right here. So click that once and it will just kind of flatten it out. Now I'm using the line tool, so I'm just going to hover over the origin. That little green box will appear. I'm going to tap once. I'm going to come up. And I am going to, my first dimension is going to be, I think, 95 right here. So I'm just going to go up, and you can see that comes up 95. And then I'm going to tap Tab on my keyboard, which will lock that dimension in. And we want to make sure we're at 90 degrees right here. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to tap once, and then I can come across with my next line across here. You can tell it's 90 degrees when you can see that little green square appearing in the left corner right there. Okay, so for my next length, I'm going to type in 10 for just 10 millimeters right there, and I'm going to hit Tab on my keyboard, and I'm going to left tap my mouse. And you can see now I can keep continuing on with my lines. So I'm going to come down. My next one will be 85. So I'll type in 85. I'm going to hit Tab, and then I'm going to left click on my mouse. Okay, so now I'm going to come across right here, and we are going to go, I think, 9.5 millimeters right there. And I'm going to hit Tab again, and I'm going to left click on my mouse so that locks it in. I'm going to come up, I think, just 5 millimeters here, and I'm going to hit Tab, and I'm going to left click on my mouse. We'll lock that in. And it looks pretty busy in here, but as long as you're following the lengths here, you should be fine. Now we're going to, our next little line right here, we're going to type in 3.5. Whoops, I did 0.5. 3.5 millimeters. I'm going to hit Tab and tap. My left mouse button. I'm going to zoom out a little bit here, and what I'm going to do here is you can see this is my line right here. I'm going to come down way over here to where that red dot is, which is the origin, and I'm going to touch it and I'm going to pull across. A little dotted line will appear, and that will help me do my last piece here. So you can see it locks in at 90 degrees right there, and that becomes 15 millimeters. So you can, and that's what I want. So I don't have to hit Tab here. I'm just going to left click my mouse button. And finally, I'm going to bring the next bottom line all the way over to the origin, and I'm going to tap on that red dot. And that will complete my basic outline for the holder. And you can see this is the holder. We're working on sort of this piece right here. Okay, we're almost done. What we're going to do is we are going to round these edges out here. So we're going to use the fillet command to do that. So I'm going to hit S on my keyboard, which is the search, and I'm going to hit F. You can see there are two different fillets. So I'm going to use the one that's the sketch one, which is this one right here. So I'm going to tap that once, and I'm just going to tap on my lines where I want to do a fillet. So I'm going to tap on this line here. I'm going to tap on this line here. You can see one appears there. I'm going to tap on this line here, and I'm going to tap on this line here. You can see one appears there. I'm going to tap on this line here and tap on this line here. You can see one appears there. And finally, I'm going to tap on this line here and this line here. You can see one appears here. Now I'm going to go maybe 3.2 millimeters for the fillets, which looks pretty good. And it's going to hit Enter. And you can see our piece is now pretty much completed. It's pretty busy though. You can see there are lots of constraints in here. So if you wanted to get rid of a lot of that, if you find that's too much for you, you can click on, here's your sketch palette right here. You can click on Options, and under Options, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to click Stop Sketch, and then I'm going to click Sketch again. Click on here, and I think there the palette should open up. There we go. So as I was saying, I'm just going to look down, and under options, you can see there are lots of different things for you to look at. So one thing I can do, if I think this is too busy, I can unclick, let's say, show constraints, or I can unclick show dimensions, and that gives me a bit of a cleaner look at what I'm trying to build. Okay, that should be good for now. We're going to be working on extruding this and putting some holes in it in the next video. Hopefully this has been useful. Thanks for watching.